Hey guys, Jonathan here, and I want to get right into the video, but I've got to tell you a little bit about what just happened. My friend Samuel, aka Rarest Lego Minifigs, he and I have been friends for a long time and been trying to line up a visit where I could come see his collection, and we finally lined it up after years of attempting to do so. So a big thank you to Samuel for that, but what you are about to see is quite literally the biggest, rarest Lego collection that there ever has been. I really find it hard to believe that somebody could have a bigger, more valuable, more epic Lego collection than what you're about to see, so I just wanted to preface that, and without further ado, let's get to Samuel's house, aka Rarest Lego Minifigs. I'll link him in the description below so you can follow more of his awesome Lego collection, and without further ado, let's head to Samuel's vault.
Jonathan, come on into the Lego room.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this every Star Wars figure ever?
Every Star Wars figure, yeah.
Wow.
Ever released in set or polybag, specialty figures, stuff like that. And I like to think it's even more complete because of the rest of the collection there too. So
we're gonna cover it all.
Yeah.
This is absolutely insane. Oh my gosh, so you've been collecting your whole life.
Oh yeah. Whole life. More seriously, I'd say in the last 15 plus just years or so.
Wow.
But yeah, was one of the kids that had little Lego Star Wars sets like some of these over here.
Oh my god.
Some of my original ones. I remember buying something like that in store, Christmas, birthdays, or just like little special occasions, and then more seriously started collecting, and honestly in high school. So.
And everything here is sealed.
Yeah, these are all sealed sets. Wow. Yeah. I do like to build, and I like to make my own stuff, but I don't know. There's something about the nostalgia of when you were a kid, seeing a set sealed on a store shelf, and then also having it sealed later in life.
And so many of these are cool variants, too, like these value packs that have 2 sets in one. And
yeah, I like, most of these, like, ones in the front, like regular ones that you see sealed, is purely just because, again, nostalgia purposes. Sets that I had as a kid or saw on the store shelves, or just like some of my favorite ones. And then I like actually have a special collection of 3-in-1 packs and stuff like that.
All the bonus stuff that came in that one too.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah, so some of them from '99. Like these are actually termed like value packs and stuff like that. You can see only $20. Only $20.
Wow.
Discordant pricing, actually. I just seen that now. $19.97 versus 99 cents. But
huge discounts.
Huge discounts. But yeah, I like those ones a lot. And then they transition from like value packs, where it's literally just like acrylic wrapped around with a special price, to the ones we more like see today, like where they actually have 3-in-1 packs. And then some of those are only available like overseas, and then some more in the States. But
and then the Jango Fett with the cargo case.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just out of this world.
Yeah, that one's very cool. Yeah, I'm not sure still like what the full intent of the cargo case is, because if you build the ship, it doesn't fit in the cargo case. But I guess it's just for the pieces. You can go build it with your friend, something like that. But that Jango Fett Slave 1 is one of my favorites, because I remember buying that set for 50% off at KB Toys. For I think it was $25 when they were going out of business, and then that's honestly what set it off the most, because that little Jango Fett figure, I remember like a couple years later, I like looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, Lego figures go for $100? That's crazy. And then, it's gone a bit downhill since then for me and my...
Look at this value pack too. You got 4 here.
Yeah, that one's from overseas. That one's, I think it's Japan. Wow. I think if you spin it around, let me see. Oh yeah, it has on the back, it's got, I also like the sticker, because it's like a little stormtrooper. And then
with an episode 2 promo.
Yeah, which is ironic considering not a single one of these sets is from episode 2.
Wow.
Because those are both episode 1, and then that's episode 6. So,
oh my gosh.
Who knows why that sticker on there is for episode 2, but
anything to promote the new movie, I suppose.
I guess so.
But man, that's so cool. So over here, this is just what it's sensory overload. I mean, we've got Star Wars prototypes. We've got all kinds of things from Bell End. I mean, I guess we could start here and work our way over.
So this is, these are all my, I would say, rarest Lego Star Wars items. So a lot of these are, exclusive figures that were released over the years as part of promotion. So that first one at the top there is bronze C3PO. So that was a 2007 promotion from San Diego Comic-Con. You entered into like a little giveaway, and I got that from most of these basically I got from the original winners. These two over here, obviously they don't have the certificate, but that's the sterling silver and then solid gold C3PO that I got from the person that actually made the promotion. So they were kind of like loose copies. So those are authentic as well, even though they don't have like the frame and their certificate. George Lucas and Greedo there were both internally produced figures for people that worked on like the Star Wars design team. And those are also from I think about 2009 or so. I hope I'm getting that date right. Maybe a little bit earlier than that even. Regular chrome C3PO, but it's just in special cardboard packaging with like an acrylic wrap over it. And that's simply because in Australia, there's only 100 of these made, and it comes with like a little letter and some packaging. But basically Australia, I think they have basically some law that says you can't put like the chrome C3PO in the set like they did for the other 10,000 that come in the little poly bag.
Yeah, it's like a giveaway law or something like that. It has to be a sweepstakes.
Yeah, so they made a sweepstakes entering into the Lego Club magazine. So, so there's, again, purely for packaging purposes, I have to have that one. And then that gets into like all these solid metal R2-D2s, and as you can see there's 5, and everybody always says, why do you have 5 of the same thing? But they're not, they're different. So it's important to point that out. I'm not hoarding them, even though it kind of looks like it, but this shelf has 3 different style of sterling silver R2-D2. As of yet, I actually haven't found like a specific difference between them. Like there's not like a slightly different etching or something. So I think that the figure itself is the same, but what's different is their certificate. So you can see that there's one that's actually numbered out of 10. So that's 3 of 10 produced. And that was actually given out to the public. Then there's a sample version in the back, and there's 2 sample versions. One was given to the jeweler who designed all of these, who promptly sold it. And then there is another sample version that was given to another like kind of high-ranking Lego employee that worked on the project as well. And then the person that actually like designed the whole thing and like put it all together as a VIP giveaway had the prototype one, which was the first one made. And sterling silver is it's the cheapest metal for them to etch and engrave into. So that's why the sterling silver was used versus the white gold and the platinum. So it is 3 different certificate styles. And that does mean, even though this one says 3 of 10 produced, there's actually 13 sterling silver R2-D2s that were made. But it's not the same for the white gold and the platinum on the shelf underneath. So for the white gold and the platinum, they are truly like 1 of 5 and then 1 of 1. And those are also related to like other giveaways that Lego did in the late 2010s. The white gold one was, if I'm recalling correctly, actually like the black VIP card giveaway when they put that whole really underwhelming promotion together for the black VIP card. It's actually not even my card, it's somebody else's there, but that's why I have that on display there. Just because to be able to enter into it, you had to like pre-order the Millennium Falcon, which is here at the top, but you had to pre-order the Millennium Falcon, and then when you did that, I think you automatically got entered into the sweepstakes to win the white gold one, and then some guy in Florida won it and then was kind enough to sell it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I say kind enough, but I had to pay him for it, so it wasn't for free.
The willingness to sell is
the willingness to sell. But he's a great guy.
And then on that bottom shelf, I mean, we got 2 huge winners down there.
Yeah, so that is the original first Lego Star Wars set ever made, and that's actually like the prototype version of it. So it was one of the first ones made, because you can see Luke's holding like a blue lightsaber. You can also see the lightsabers have rounded tips to them, which was not ended up being released in sets. And you can even see that there's a bunch of little airs and stuff like that, like on the back of the box. So there's just this very ugly looking X-Wing.
Wow.
So, and then I think I've seen one other one that actually this is the box that it came in. So,
wow.
Yeah. So mine was basically stored for years and years, and I got it from one of the people that kind of originally made it. And then this is just another VIP giveaway. That sticker sheet is numbered out of 20,000, and that sticker sheet's number 5. I'm not actually really into graded things. I don't like graded things. You'll see there's a number of graded things that'll be in this video, but it's purely because they were like giveaways by Lego or something.
Yeah, it's like the only way to actually get one.
It's not because I send it out to get graded. I don't personally care about grading.
Okay, so now we're getting into the crazy. Well, everything in this room is crazy, but this stuff looks like it's a lot of Billund stuff.
Yeah. This is like a employee shelf, I guess. So like, and it's old employee jewelry, specialty pieces. So some of these don't have the best descriptor of exactly what their history is, but these are solid gold Lego bricks, and those are from roughly like 80s, 90s, and those were given out to employees that either made a significant contribution to the Lego company or had like 25 years of service, or kind of both. One of them I specifically know is somebody that used to work on and like replace parts to like the production type machines and stuff like that, and the molding machines, which is pretty neat. There's reportedly, like, there's a lot of these things where everybody's like, oh, it's reportedly one of X or whatever, but I don't think anybody actually knows, but it's the number floated around as like one of 20 or so. And I wanted to get 2 so I could try to stack them on top of each other, which they don't stack, fun fact. And then this Lego watch, that's like a 5-year employee gift, basically, for working for the company for 5 years. This is an old, like, Lego Land kind of like a keychain.
Wow.
I actually don't know what that says, but I probably should look it up. Then these are like little Modulex kind of cufflinks.
Oh my god.
This is like another like employee gift keychain. Same for that necklace. Like, I've seen a whole bunch of different employee gifts that are like 1 of 2 sterling silver plate, or like 1 of 1 sterling silver pin or necklace or stuff like that. So I think Lego made a fair amount of like little jewelry pieces, but I especially like them. Like, you can find them loose, but I really like them when they come with the box, because then I feel like it adds a whole extra element to it. And some of those boxes will have like actual Lego logo on it. Other ones will just be, random boxes per se. And then this was one of my favorite ones, because that was if they were in the Legoland Billund marching band. They got that little chain there. And then you can even see these are just like the recent VIP giveaway keychains of the old Lego logos. I just really like them because I think they're neat and they fit into the case well. And then here in the back, you probably would have seen that. That's out front of Legoland Billund, the Danish flag. And then here in the back, this little button is given out. It's Gottfried's birthday button.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That someone gave to me as a gift, actually, which was very nice.
When would that be from?
Great question. I don't actually know.
I stumped you.
Yeah, you stumped me. I think 70s, maybe 70s, something like that. And then this is the original stamp, or one of the original stamps. I'm sure he had more than one.
Yeah, that is insane.
Christian's on there.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is the Lego like space collection that I have. So this is a lot of pieces that either like went to space or have some connection with space. So one that's in the back, so that was the Lego Life on Mars theme. And so in 2001, they actually sent 300 of those little plastic aliens up to space in the International Space Station. And it's all different, like slightly different, like you compare that to a battle droid basically,
right,
except they have different color parts. And so originally I actually used to own multiple of these because they were all different, and I said this is a little ridiculous because I wanted to collect all the different colors, and it became a little bit too much when I had like 4 of them, and so I ended up selling the other ones off and just keeping the one.
I don't know if you remember, you consulted me in buying mine.
Yeah, I did. That's right. Yep. So that was it's one of my favorite ones though, just because it has been on the International Space Station. And then this is more recent, actually. This little white spaceman there. They went up on like a balloon up technically into the atmosphere, and there's 1,000 of those. And then they were given out as like prizes to people in the Czech Republic.
That's so random.
It is very random. I'm sure there's more to it than what I know about, but and then this is a recent addition. So this was only given to Lego designers at the Lego Design Convention this past year. The set itself is not really like exclusive. Obviously, like the instruction booklet, there's that little tile there with the number 0523 on it. So it'll be May 2023.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I'm correct with that. Again, something else I could be potentially wrong about, but as you can see, not for resale, written in giant bold letters, capital letters.
You break all the rules,
I
though,
do,
so what's one more?
I do, that's right. And then, this stuff down here, these are just like little poly bags. This stuff's not rare at all, but like this that I thought was cool was just talking about, like, asking me about the original launch, which is related to that piece. Armstrong footprint, that was like a little giveaway in Hungary.
Whoa.
I forget how many that's limited to, actually, off the top of my head. But that also came in a little blister pack, but mine doesn't have it. And then this is the one of the original kind of like prototype pieces for the ones that went on the Juno spacecraft. So that are, if you read, depending upon where you read on the internet, is worth over $1 billion.
Whoa.
Because they say you can't, get to them in the, considering they went to, Mars.
That's
Or
unreal.
not Mars, excuse me, Jupiter.
Did the little case it's in come with it?
No, I bought that.
Wow.
Honestly, this is just like a cheap little Amazon case, but that's made out of aluminum.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, now this is a pretty wild shelf in and of itself.
Yeah, so this one, these are all pretty recent pickups, actually. The kind of probably simplest one, but one that I really like, is just this like little diorama, announcing the launch of the original Lego Movie. There's a little like kind of promotional tin. As you can see, they're all like lined up to watch the Lego Movie. Many of the
so neat.
main characters, and it has the cool little tin. Like, I like the little art, and even if you flip it around to the other side, I always manage to break this thing when I pick it up, so it has like that little detail. And then even again, if you kind of switch it around to the other side, more of the actor, like all the voice actors and stuff like that.
Not counting like movie posters, just talking about actual Lego sets, this is probably the only Lego set that has like the actors' names on it.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. And then just in front of that, there you go.
That's so cool.
It'd be really cool is to get all the actors to sign each of their figures and then have that on display.
This is
There's
your
a
mission.
new goal.
Should
Yeah,
you
there's a
choose
new
to
mission that
accept
I've just made. So then these are just manager conference figures. That's from 2015 in Houston, Texas.
Wow.
They had the male and female zombie, which incidentally, they actually only had like one figure, but then you could swap to the male or the female head.
Oh,
This
that's
just
cool.
happens to be both of them. And again, disclaimer, I'm not actually into grading stuff, but these were like actual giveaways by Lego in some form or another, which is why I have graded pieces. And they used UK graders specifically for that. But that was only given to brand retail managers, so there's only a couple hundred or so of those that exist. And only recently, actually yesterday, I found out there's a poster limited to 200 that's like signed that I got on eBay.
Huh.
So I can put that in like the background. Always thinking of ways to display. But that's my favorite. They actually did it from 2015 to 2019. They made a exclusive figure each year. So there's the Magician, I think, is in 2016, or excuse me, until 2018. But yeah, Magician, I think, is in 2016. And then there was a camper figure in 2018, which is pretty cool. And then 2017 was Dak the Lego Maniac. I think I swapped 2016 and 2017, but trying to remember all this stuff from memory. And then here in the front, this is a Batman minifigure signed by Will Arnett.
Wow.
Again, another like VIP giveaway piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then in the back.
So in the back, I'm probably going to botch this story because it's so complex, and the person that was like in charge of all this, the previous employee, told me this whole cool backstory. So that's actually the Lester minifigure, which was like kind of the mascot for Lego to some extent. Basically, what happened was when they originally were like, well, you're going to like open this big store, you're going to have this mascot, and you have pictures of this mascot, but you're not going to have a Lego minifigure. Like, that sounds ridiculous. And so they kind of came up with this Lego figure, this concept. And so what was missing, though, was that kind of like the bowler hat that he has. That part was no longer in production. So they were able to like scrum together 10 of this bowler hat to at least have the figure originally. And so you can see that first one has like a different print to it. There's only 10 of those that exist. Whoa. So that one that's on the left of your screen right now. And so then when they were like designing new Lego sets and stuff like that, they were able to scrum together a couple more hundred of the bowler hat I think it was 300 in total, and that's the one, or 275, and that's the one that comes in that that blister pack, you know, that says it's numbered out of 275. And then, of course, they wanted to release it to the broader public, and so these two figures on the right are actually the same ones, but it's just that the one on the left is one that they were able to like scrounge together old bowler hats, and then the one on the right is they ended up releasing it in one of the Ninjago City sets. They released the bowler hat piece because the person that was in charge of designing this whole figure, yeah, it was like, can you please put this bowler hat, I think it's a hat shop of the Ninjago City maybe, or the market or something like that. It's one of the two bigger Ninjago sets. So then this is like a shelf that's more personal to me because you know, Lego does a inside tour every year, and I was fortunate enough to be able to go in 2023, which was awesome. So it's basically just like a 3-day exclusive tour. They take you around to like the factory, you meet a lot of designers, you get to ask questions, and of course throughout it they give you like tons of goodies and stuff like that. And it is kind of expensive. You have to pay for the tour, you also have to pay for your travel to get there, stuff like that. Basically everything here, it's like a slight story related to my tour. So obviously I've got like my lanyard and like my little name badge. These are all like designers and stuff that were, you know, on our tour specifically, or employees and stuff like that, that were like our tour guides and things of that nature. You can even see like, yeah, they go inside tour 2023. These are like little pellets that they use to make the plastic bricks and stuff like that they gave us. That's just from the store in Copenhagen over there.
Oh yeah, your minifig factory.
Yeah, print your own Lego minifigure. Anybody can do that. And then, you know, what's probably most special about the case is that when you're there, there's like basically a little design challenge. You get all these bricks, like they lay them all out, and you get, I think it's 2 hours to design some sort of set. And so when you do that, you then enter them into like this whole competition. They have different themes. You don't know what the categories are going to be, of what you're like potentially going to, you know, be entered into. And so one of the categories was best function. And so this is what I designed. I designed this like nice little castle scene here. Or I call it nice. You can be your own judge of it. But I designed it in 2 hours, so I'll take it.
Nice.
But this little castle scene, and then I was fortunate enough to win best functionality, and so because of that I then win a trophy designed by a Lego designer. And you can see, if you can like kind of get rid of all these side pieces, you can see it's basically like a black cup that they then design around, and that's the theme for like all of them, is like there's going to be the black cup, and then the designer like puts a whole bunch of stuff on top of it. And so that's technically, it's a 1-of-1 trophy, and then I had it even designed by it's on the back, and the trophy is really fragile, so I'm not going to take it out, but signed by the designer on the back.
Wow.
Can you potentially? It's probably not going to work, and then you'll say, why do you win a trophy for it?
Well, we could do some movie magic.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there'll be a lot of cuts. All right, let's see here. Oh, first take!
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, so then he knocks it over.
Nice.
And then you can just reset it. It just like flips back up. So I say not bad for 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
They need to hire you.
That's right. I would love that.
Now, you've got a lot in your collection that blows my mind, but the wooden toy collection is just...
Yeah, this is something special to me very much, and it's only, I got into this probably in the last 10 or so years, more so than anything. So, you know, this is a callback to like original Lego history. We're talking, you know, 30s, 40s, and 50s, until they kind of branched out, and a different part of the Lego company, Bioflix, started making the wooden toys kind of more in the 60s, and they changed the logo and everything, and again kind of split off as a company. So Lego really has been harping on their history a lot more recently too, as they kind of close in on, as you can see, like their 90th year anniversary, but then we're going to be getting towards a 100-year anniversary here pretty soon, and they keep calling back to the Lego duck specifically. There's many different variations of the Lego duck, as you're going to see here as we kind of go through the different shelves, and you may look at it and be like, why does he own so many different Lego ducks? And it's the same answer I can give for all of these, is there is slight variations between all of them. And I've been actually trying to collect, or at least document, every different Lego duck that I can find kind of all throughout history. So specifically, like for just general variation, this is the V2 duck technically, or version 2, and then these are V3 ducks down here. biggest difference that you can see is that actually like the wing is like a 3D etch out versus down there it's stencil painted on. And you know, another big kind of difference too is the underside, which I'm not going to show on there, but these ones more specifically made in like 30s and kind of 40s, and then these ones, other ones that again it kind of spills over into the case next to it, but those are more like kind of 40s and 50s. And really Lego seems to like kind of like to use this specific duck right there as kind of like their, I don't know, again, call back to history more so than anything. And as you can see, like all three of those ones there are a little bit different in one form or the other. And then again, for these ones being kind of V3, you can even see that the logo changes on them throughout. You might have to zoom in on that, it's kind of challenging. But that logo on the one on the back, which is right underneath that one's bill, yeah, you can see that right there is a slightly different logo. So that kind of dates that one to be more like mid to late 50s. And then those other ones, yeah, that's more late 40s to I think early 50s. It's very confusing because Lego like to change their logo around a lot in the 40s and 50s. And that makes it challenging sometimes to know because they would overlap logos too. And I actually have a little printout of like when specifically those logos date to certain pieces too. Wow. But yeah, you can see like these ones have the same color, but they have a different logo. And so because of that, I quote unquote need them both in the collection, so to speak.
Oh, believe me, anybody watching this video gets why you need them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then kind of lower, I guess, for this whole display case, this is just like other kind of Lego pets and animals. So I guess maybe the first official like Lego licensed Disney product. So that's Pluto there. And again, I think that one specifically is like kind of from the 50s. There's a nice Lego elephant, which is one of their better known non-duck Lego pieces. And then mine is missing the logo, but I know that one's authentic too. It's just a Lego monkey.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I guess like when you pull that string, he moves his arms and legs there.
They all have cool function, which is difficult to get them to work, but yeah, they all have function. You pull them along the string and they're all kind of march along. And it's the same for these ducks up here. They're quacking ducks, so they actually have a little mechanism on the underside. Let's see here. Got to be careful. So you can see when they move along, if this one had a string, like whenever this piece, like basically these wheels spin, they would kind of flick this little thing and it makes like a quacking noise.
I'm holding my breath so tightly
right
now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then here at the bottom, this is like, Lego has so many different types of wooden fire truck. This is probably one of the more classic ones. And the reason I guess mine is a little bit special, it's really tough to find the ones that have the little Lego firemen.
Oh my gosh.
That are all painted on there. Yeah.
Wow.
And then something you probably won't see at all anymore is just a gun by Lego that shoots Modulex bricks, actually.
What?
Yeah,
No
it
way.
does. Yeah, it does. So it can shoot little Modulex bricks.
When is that from?
This, I think, this would also be like 40s and 50s.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's Lego rifles and stuff too. I've been thinking about buying one of the rifles, but they're tough to find. Let's see. Can't balance it. We're gonna just set it down like that for now.
Good.
That's
gun
just
safety.
gun safety. That's right. My finger was not on the trigger the whole time.
Yeah. Good trigger discipline.
Yeah. And then there's this. It's gonna get whatever ad band or whatever. There's a gun in it. But yeah, this is just like a classic Lego truck. Yo-Yo, which was their most popular toy, especially in the 30s. Truthfully, really challenging to actually know if it's a true like Lego yo-yo or not. There's so many other companies that were also making yo-yos at the time. It's mostly just trusting the backstory and the person that you bought it from. Wow. This is a boat that's in tough shape. It's missing the sail, and it's also missing the sailor that's supposed to go in there too. But that one actually, like when you pull it on the string, it kind of like rocks up and down like that, which is pretty cool. And then this is a rattle.
Whoa.
Like a rattle, and it has on one of these sides.
I see it.
Oh, did you see it? Did I go right by it? Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the Lego logo there.
Holy
nice pickup.
moly.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of these you can see in like the Lego inside vault, the Lego house vault.
Wow.
But as far as I know, I do have some that they don't, and I'm sure they I think when I was there in the Lego vault, they had I had the ducks that they had, but then I got a couple different like color variants that they didn't have on display. At least I'm sure they have them in the back or something. So then this is just a continuation of, I guess, the Lego wooden toy / duck collection. So again, like different color variants. So this one, they're all blue, but you can see that one is a little bit like of a darker shade of blue in the back there. And also you can see the wheel shape is a little bit different too from this like kind of one in the front of it. Tiny differences, but important.
Now let me ask you a hypothetical.
Yeah.
If you came across a duck that you already have,
Yes.
would you buy it?
Only if it was in better condition.
Okay, wow,
Yes.
wow,
Only
okay.
if it was in better condition, because I love them, but I'm not trying to, it doesn't look like it, but I'm not trying to actually hoard them. I do want ones that are different, and I know that there's a lot of other people that want a Lego wooden duck. So I'm really only looking for ones that are in better condition than one I already have, or a different color variant. And then those I'm very passionate about owning myself. And then you can see another kind of variant and Lego logo there.
Wow.
And down here is basically, you know, there's not just the Lego pull along duck. The Lego pull along duck with the quack function is the most popular one, but they also have like a little mini duck. There's a larger duck. I've seen different variants of this kind of like larger size one too. I think there's two that at least I'm familiar with. And then there's, again, yeah, that smaller one. And then, you know, Lego made so many different wooden toys. I've really been trying to restrain myself from getting too deep into all of it. But if you go like a shelf down, you'll see like there's different farm animals, they have different carts. I've seen Lego wooden toy collections that are vastly more impressive than my own in terms of like the quantity of different pieces that people own. But that's just a few examples of different wooden toy animals that they made, but there's so much more. So this is the last kind of part of my Lego history collection or old stuff. So that's just a box with a Lego plow, and then the Lego Ferguson tractor, which was their most popular plastic toy in the 50s when they started transitioning from wooden toys to plastic toys. And they made so many Ferguson tractors. I own the most standard one. What I'd love to own is they actually, when they reach certain milestones of selling, say like 10,000 or 25,000 or something of that nature, they would release specific like special Ferguson tractors, which I don't own any of those, but maybe one day if I ever see one that pops up for sale. This box too, they actually like kind of outsourced a little bit to another company called Triton, and that's a Triton box, not a Lego box. Triton is more common than Lego, so I own the more common Ferguson tractor. There's even rarer ones that are out there. The most popular colors are the gray and the red. And in the back there is, I'm not going to be able to say it correctly. I know it's like YRADIGL or something, the Yurgzol or something. No one.
Pretty good try.
Pretty good try. I don't know. But that's the Lego prize. So they give it out to someone that has basically given outstanding accomplishments or such to, basically children each year. And they still, I think they've changed what the prize is, but they did that tree for a very, very long time. And it's the only one that actually I've ever seen. They do have that like kind of publicly available. They do have like a little piece for the Lego tree in terms of like talking about it, so its significance and history in the Lego House Museum on the bottom of the basement floor, and then also in the Lego House where you can exclusively get back there to see kind of like the Lego Vault. They also have a part of the wall that talks about the Lego prize. So pretty cool piece of Lego history. This is my Lego Inside Tour Set collection. So starting in 2005, which if you pan all the way over there to the upper right, you can see Lego Inside Tour 05.
The boxes have gotten much more interesting.
Yes, they have. Although that one's pretty cool for I don't know if I can readily reach that.
Don't risk it.
I'm not gonna risk it. But on the other side of it, that specific one in 2005, it's like a little Lego red car that Kjeld actually designed himself.
Whoa.
Never became an official set. And so when they started doing the inside tour, it's like, oh, well, let's have like the first inside tour set be this one that I once designed. And it's a wooden box that's painted red to be like what old like Lego sets kind of would have been like when they originally sold them. So that one they did that was the inside tour set in both 05 and 06. 07 and 08, it's just like a a special box version of the Town Plan set that they had released that year, and then also the Market Street set, so the modular.
Whoa.
So it's just like a small little blurb on there saying, be like, this is the inside tour set or whatever. But then after that, and starting in 2009, I hope I'm getting my years right. Starting in 2009, they actually started releasing like an exclusive set. And that kind of plays into effect, like Old Kirk's House, they also they made a Lego employee version of that set too, but as you can see, that one's specifically numbered out of 32.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then subsequently, years after, basically they started using the Lego Inside Tour set to be an example of like a piece of Lego history. So if you like even pull one down, like I'll pull this Piper airplane because it's the most easily accessible. So you have this cool like little Piper airplane set from, I think this year is 2012. And on the back, like they always have this really cool like box information, just talking about like the history of like why did we choose the Piper airplane, a little bit like about the design process. And then there's always a picture of the people on the tour.
Whoa.
So I guess if you're going to be real collector worthy, you have to collect every box version with a different picture. But I'm not going that far. I'm happy just to have...
Yet.
Yeah. Maybe when I get bored in 10 years and I'm looking for something else to collect. But yeah, these are really limited sets because they only give out a certain number of, there's only a certain number of participants on each tour. Usually like maybe 30 people, depending. Like earlier tours, like I can't pull it down because it's so far up there, but like on the back of Old Kirk's House where, that's from like 2009 or so. If you look on the back of that box, there's like 10 people that were on the tour. And then they would also give out some versions to employees. So, it varies a little bit. There's a lot of background noise. I'll let that truck go by. There's maybe there's a couple hundred of every single one of these sets that's been released. Except for the Legoland train up there, they have released a number of versions of that. Like for Ambassador Pass, then they also gave out some to employees. So there's actually a couple different box versions of the Legoland train. And certain ones that are like not numbered were given out as kind of more like loose copies to employees versus the ones that were numbered are actually like official Inside Tour editions. But that doesn't bother me too much, one versus the other. And you can see a couple are signed either by like the designer or people that were on the tour or have like little messages. Obviously I did not go on all these tours myself. So to Victor from Mel is probably, doesn't apply directly to me, but this one's actually, is this one my copy? So this is the tour set that I went on. So that's not, so I bought this one that I then built because I told the person that I would build it and I really wanted to because I like wooden toys, obviously.
Wow.
And so, that was from my year, and so someone else that was on my tour was looking to sell their set to pay for their trip. So I bought that to have an extra copy, and then my sealed version is actually down there underneath that table over there.
Oh, so you opened this one, and that's like a loose box behind it.
That's
cool.
a loose box, yeah. And then my sealed one is...
Are these printed pieces?
They are printed pieces.
Whoa.
The best printed piece, in my opinion.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's all printed parts. And specifically, if you want to get real nerdy about it, which, that's what we're all about here, that is set, I believe it's 315 version 2, and I still need to find one.
Wow.
Because I'd like to have the exact copy of what this was based off of.
All right, now this corner I'm obsessed with. Of course, this guy here.
Yeah, so these are all like announcement pieces for the most part up in that corner. So that's the original Lego announcement piece for Lego Batman. That was given out at San Diego Comic-Con. There's just like a Toy Fair piece in the upper right, which is actually, I'll pull this down just because I want to show how ugly the contents are, if I can get it. Oh, very careful. But
Oh my gosh.
kind of ugly in comparison.
That is horrifying.
Yeah, a little bit horrifying. But again, just like, Toy Fair announcement piece, I like that kind of stuff. So when I saw that come up for sale, I couldn't help myself. And it's just like...
Wow.
Kind of cool little tie-in to Lego Soccer, which this one I actually think is pretty cool. The setup for this one, if I can pull this out. I'm gonna open this one up. So this actually has like a whole little like crowd in it. You can set up your little soccer figure.
Oh,
like
cool.
the
You can
balls
actually
there.
shoot.
You can actually shoot. Yeah.
Huh, that's
and
awesome.
That's like this whole like little card again. announcing kind of like soccer theme. Although I think there was like a single soccer set that was released prior to this coming out. But yeah.
Wow.
This one I think is pretty cool. Especially for Lego in 2000, you know, they pushing the boundaries a little bit there.
I like that a lot.
So then this piece is announcing like the Lego Bionicle theme. So then again, you can open this up. This one actually, the sound chip still works.
Whoa.
Sometimes.
It's lighting up.
Yeah, it lights up. And then if I take the mask off. Yeah. Which I keep showing this piece off because I find it so cool, and I'm definitely going to use up the battery and be really sad one day. Yeah. But again, you can see up there just like an announcement piece, some writing. It's in very good condition. Probably my favorite announcement piece. I'm not a huge like Bionicle person, but I really like this piece. And I like specialty. Like Bionicle's had a few like really cool specialty pieces that have been released, which I guess that's now a good time to chat about these. These are from 2015 giveaways. So these are 1 of 1 solid gold. Mask of Earth, and then Mask of Ice. And there's 6 different like elemental masks. Then there's like 2 additional ones. I think there's the Mask of Creation, and then there's the Skull Mask, or I'm not the right person. Duck Bricks will know.
Sure.
But yeah, these ones, the cool maybe fun fact about these is like when one of the, so I got this from a kid that won it originally in 2015 from New Jersey, and when he had this Mask of Ice and he won it, he's like, that's super cool. Does it come with like a display stand? And they're like, no, it doesn't come with a display stand. He's like, well, I think you should make a display stand, and then like kind of design this, and then they included it for all of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
So that's another VIP giveaway. I think it's one of 25 ones that they had signed by one of the people that produced Lego Minecraft, or Minecraft in general, actually. But then it was just like the brick heads that was signed and came like with a little certificate. So there's actually, incidentally, 2 people that kind of won it here in the tri-state area.
Wow.
Yeah, because I saw another one that kind of came up for sale, but. This person followed me on Instagram, super great guy. We got to meet up in person, do a little trade in cash. But he also wanted some Star Wars poly bags and stuff too. So that's actually, that trade is on my page. So, and then further down, that's a San Diego Comic-Con Lord of the Rings giveaway. It's just a classic Bilbo Baggins minifigure, but it comes in a little like burlap sack. That makes it special, and along with the cool like Middle Earth map that's actually specifically like themed to the Comic-Con convention, so you can see like the names of places and stuff, and you can pull it out too if you want. It's also, I think it might be upside down.
It's the first thing I'm allowed to touch.
There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah. And also if you turn it to the back, yeah, I can move it for you. Yeah. The building challenge.
So we actually kind of started here, but of course all of these sealed sets are unreal. So many 3-in-1 packs. So much awesomeness going on. Look at this episode 3-1. Gosh, it's just so cool. But we did already talk about this a little bit, but just kind of giving you the full 360 of the room. Now these are pretty wild. They're like kind of like mosaics, but they're actually a little 3D.
Yeah, and they are very heavy, so they're tough to actually like hang on the wall. These were originally on display in Lego stores around the world, and they're limited to roughly 50 each. And each store would like get one of them, and they're specifically, again, I hope I'm recalling this correctly and not leading people astray. If not, I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments, but from like the Hubble telescope, looking at the pillars of creation from like different angles. So if you stand, really far back, it gives you the best view and kind of squint your eyes a little bit. If you get close up, you can see like all these big chunky Lego pieces, but you can see they're quite thick, and that one on the end there is very heavy.
So on this wall is every single Lego Star Wars minifigure ever made, and they're in roughly chronological order. So of course, our most recent stuff is over in this corner. And does it go like along the wall down?
So I did it by the break link number. And it starts up. That's earliest, starting in 99, goes all the way across, and then resets again down here, and then goes all the way across again.
Crazy. Well, let's go back to that corner.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Wow. So there it is.
the first. How many Star Wars figures? You think 100 or so?
They fit about 180, I think,
Whoa.
roughly. I think I have it spaced out, so it ends up being a little bit less than 180. But yeah, these are some of the sweet classics. I know in this frame you've got like Jedi Bob, you've got the old classic Watto. I'm pretty sure there's a smooth-haired Leia in there. Sam Wessel, Cloud City figures from 10123. Some of the light-up figures, stuff like that. Jango Fett, my favorite, of course, is in there too. But yeah.
I can't wait for someone to comment the lightsabers being upside down.
Yeah, I know.
Can't wait.
I do my best. Or people always love to comment, oh my gosh, I can't believe like you have them actually standing on studs, or you have the legs pressed all the way down. I actually, these are all, like, I've checked them before. They don't have like cracks, stuff like that. I honestly think a lot of that stuff's maybe a little bit of a hoax, but I'm sure somebody's seen it too, so I don't know. I like to have them on display the way they were meant to be. So yeah.
Wow. It's just so cool to see all of these in one place and just lined up chronologically too. It's just unreal.
Yeah, they recently put on display in New York City. They've got like all the Lego Star Wars figures.
Wow.
With a much cooler cabinets than what I've got here, but
And you're like, I don't need to go. I can see this at home.
That's right.
All right, so as we're going through here, there is one figure we've got to talk about.
Yeah, the New York Yoda from 2013. So that's the one that actually came in the poly bag. And everybody's going to ask me, why is there a space next to him? And that's because there's two hair color versions. So the one that you see there, he has white hair on the back of his head. But there's also one that has gray hair. And, someone may say, well, then it's not a complete collection. But it's because the gray-haired version actually comes in a diorama box that's sealed in acrylic from 2013, which I do have, so that's where that one is currently residing. But he has a nice little placeholder for him. Or you could buy a polybag version and just replace the head if you wanted to, but you'd have to open the polybag, which I guess I did in this case for the one that I currently got on display, but yeah.
So down below, we've got all of these amazing windows full of rare stuff, and we're going to take a look at most of them, if not the highlights. But check this out, guys. We've got every Lego Star Wars poly bag ever. From the rarest of the rare to the not so rare. But for the most part, every Lego Star Wars poly bag is unique in its own right. And this is so cool how you have them displayed.
Yeah, no particular order, and everybody always asks me where these cases are. These are just like coin cases from Amazon. Yeah, real cheap. You can get like 5 in a pack. It's pretty simple to do. Highly recommend. Have not seen any like wear or damage to the poly bags from the cases themselves.
All right, there's a lot to unpack here, so walk us through this guy here.
Yeah, so everybody, well, not everybody knows this, I guess, but I'm actually not a huge Clone Wars person. I know, it's disappointing for a lot of Lego fans and just Star Wars fans in general, but this box art is just awesome. So this is a piece from the 2008 San Diego Comic-Con, and it's hard to deny how crisp the box art is on the front. And it's just so unique because even when you open it up, this front flap, you can see that there's, you have your regular sets that were, released to the public. So your Hailfire droid and Spider droid, and then this droid battle pack. And then it just includes 4 clone troopers and a Captain Rex. So you can actually like play out a battle scene. And this was a nice little announcement piece for, the Clone Wars sets. If I flip this up, you can see all the minifigures that are included. And then you can see, again, kind of announcing.
Oh, and there's like a backdrop to like play.
Geonosis, yeah.
That is so cool.
And then all these cool Clone Wars sets.
So I'm a pretty big autograph guy, and you've got some really unique autographs here.
Yeah, just a few autograph pieces. So this is the actor that played Jango Fett, and amongst other characters too. And again, Jango Fett being my favorite Lego Star Wars minifigure because it means so much to me in a history sense of getting me into Lego, and Lego Star Wars especially. And then you have Gold Leader down here. This is another VIP piece. So this is one of 3 that was made, just with a cool picture from the movie itself, and then signed by the actor. And then the minifigure itself too. Same for this kind of TC-14 piece here, played by the person that kind of put the costume on. I'm pretty sure it's the costume actor, not the voice actor. But another VIP giveaway piece. This one they actually never said a specific like how many quantity were made, but I'm assuming it was also probably about like 1 of 3 or so. Because I only know of this one and then one other one that somebody won that they wouldn't sell me, but thankfully I found this one elsewhere. Then that's just a classic. That's the Bespin Duel, cool, like 40th Empire Strikes Back piece with a Wicked Bricks like limited edition display, just because I think it's cool. Not a super rare or limited edition set. Same for this Nebulon B frigate over here. Just another kind of cool like display piece. Semi like exclusive set, but also not super exclusive. This is that very annoying Lucasfilm Yoda fountain that they released.
I remember sending you one of these.
Yeah, and that toiletry bag. So then there's the set itself.
Wow.
Really the only exclusive part about it is the instruction booklet. And then of course like the cool little doodads that go with it. The toiletry bag that I'm sure I'll take on all my travels.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, this is just announcing like the video game release. Doesn't really fit into this whole thing. It's just like, it's a nice placeholder, I guess.
Yeah.
In terms of just how everything is spaced out. So that's the reason it's there. I don't really have another great spot to put it. This is just a standard kind of Lego model from Rebrickable that I thought was really cool, and I just built using someone else's instructions that they had made. This is over here. This is just one of those, like, again, Comic-Con, San Diego pieces. It's a standard advent calendar, but I love this thing just because it's, you know, it's a really unique cardboard box, which we're all about unique cardboard boxes. So, you know, all the, like, fun little details, rush delivery, open December 1st. So, again, and then just in the interior, it's just a standard advent calendar. So nothing super special. So this is just a sprue, like Lego lightsaber hilts. You can see like there's one or two that have come off. I don't take good enough condition of these like I should.
Well, if you need to store it at my place.
Yeah, no, I got you. And then these are just like two little store displays. Like there's a light up like 19-inch Darth Vader figure down there. Currently unplugged, but otherwise he like kind of lights up and moves his saber up and down. And then just like a little miniature display. I only really have this. This one I got at Brick Fair, Virginia, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It is a partial trade, but I really like it just because of the Jango Fett mini fighter.
All right, so here we've got some Comic-Con pieces. I actually have never seen one of these in person.
Oh.
I don't want to say that they're smaller than I imagined, but
Yeah.
they do seem a little short for a Stormtrooper.
Yeah, they're small, like little mini packs, 3 figures. Nothing exclusive about the figures themselves. Really, just the packaging. If you've never actually seen one in person, then I do want to get one out for you because you want to see the back. Let's see. They all have the same back, but
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, just kind of advertisement pieces
With those horrifying Clone Wars faces.
Clone Wars faces,
Huh.
little details. I made this joke before, but
Not
not
a
a toy
toy.
intended for children. So yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, most of them are limited to 300. There's that one that's in the bottom that's like a true Clone Wars one with the Anakin and Obi-Wan that's limited to, I think 1250 is the number on it.
You thought correct.
Oh, great.
Some more Comic-Con and Celebration excitement here. This one's signed.
Yeah, that's the original designer of Cube Dudes, which I like to say is the precursor to Brickheads. So, and then you have like those Lego tins down there with like the mini builds, or there's Boba Fett, there's Luke Skywalker's Landspeeder, and then Darth Maul's Infiltrator, another Infiltrator. So,
Yep,
yeah,
another one for the list.
they don't stop those. And then, yeah, just a couple more like limited edition exclusive sets, the old cockpit, the Sith Trooper bust.
You could see those ones. Oh, that's a sample on the right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them are samples. Most of them are numbered. I don't care too much about sample versus numbered. So then these are like from the 2005 Star Wars Gala / like Toy Fair, and I'll actually take this off so we can get them here. So those are like invitation pieces in the front, light up Luminara and Anakin that, again, then themselves aren't too special. It's really the plaque and the display stand that they're on that makes them exclusive. This is, like, I guess one of the first official Chrome Vader Star Wars Lego minifigures from 2009 Toy Fair. And that little box display piece in it is limited to out of 100. There's 4 different color variants of that lanyard. I don't care enough to collect all of them, I say now. But again, maybe something I'm getting interested in. I have a friend that has all 4 of them.
Whoa. Oh my
And
gosh.
this is that. It's supposedly limited to 55. And again, just like a regular set. So the set itself's not all that special. But you can actually Let's see if I can get this. It's tough. I might not be able to get it. I want to be nice to it. There we go. So it actually just pulls out, and the box, like the set itself, again, non-exclusive. You could have bought that in the store.
And I did.
Yeah, but it's the box itself. But then here's the best part about the box. So it looks pretty cool on the front. But the back.
Oh,
love the back of the
so
box.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now these ones are cool because they're technically the same set, but it just depends on what event you got them from.
Yeah.
So like on the right, you have the Comic-Con version, and then on the left, you have the Fan Expo version, which of course does have a variation of the minifigure there.
Mm-hmm.
But if we move up, we've got the same deal going on with R2 coming in the Fan Expo Canada version and C-3PO coming in the Celebration version. So just kind of cool. All right, this one is absolutely wild.
Yeah, so this is the 2013 New York Toy Fair invitation piece. It's limited to 150. It's got New York Yoda sitting there on Times Square. And I'm fortunate to own, I don't care too much about numbers, but it is cool to own one as low as number 2 of 150. And then it's sitting atop this set, which is the Yoda Yoda Chronicles Holocron Chamber set, which my box is sealed, which kind of ruins some of the allure because the box itself isn't super exciting. It just, secrets to reveal there are. I need to actually bricklink a copy of the set, which you can easily do. And then also, of course, there's the lanyard piece as well that doesn't match the number on the set, which is annoying, but...
Got some more awesome con exclusives here. San Diego Comic-Con, and then Celebration back there. I actually got that one at Celebration.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of wild because, you had to enter a drawing online ahead of time to say you were interested. Then, if you got picked, you then had to line up to buy it. So it wasn't even free. But yeah, it was pretty cool. You gotta love getting drawn and being lucky enough to give Lego your money. All right, folks, I'm about to lose my mind over what's in here, but Samuel, take it away.
Sure, and Jonathan needs access to this one because this is special for him because he loves Indiana Jones, even though it's flipped to Star Wars, but we'll stop with that one. That'll be the last piece. This is a 2011 Toy Fair Lego Collector Party, kind of celebrating the Miniland version of sets. It was the announcement for Lego Star Wars Miniland. So on the interior, which I'm happy to open up for you if you want real quickly here. So if you open it up, there's the instruction manual, and then you've got Chewbacca, Han Solo, and then a Boba Fett that you could build with this instruction manual. Yeah. So that's a cool little piece. This is just the Imperial March from Celebration.
As if that's not one of the coolest Star Wars pieces ever.
Yeah, it's limited out of 500, and it does have a cool Imperial March little sticker that goes on the back here, and it's kind of a cool back piece, which I do actually have. It's just not attached, so it's sitting in a box protected. And then lastly, the thing that maybe brings a tear to Jonathan's eye here is this Toy Fair announcement piece from 2008, which is the transformation chamber for Han Solo and Indiana Jones. So if you spin this very lightly around, you can then see Indiana Jones on the reverse side. And then if you pop this very gently back on, and I kind of tilt it a little bit, you can see underneath there it's limited to 100. Oh, I'm flipping it the wrong way. I'll make this actually a little better for you. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, I never thought I'd see that in person. Whoa.
We'll flip it to Indiana Jones for now, just for you. Here you go.
I had it in my hand, Marcus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think we can flip it to the other side.
Oh, interesting. It's bilingual.
Here you go.
I always like when they hand wrote the numbers on there too.
Yeah.
So crazy.
You can almost barely even tell what number that is.
Yeah. They got
254.
Their hands started cramping up around the 250 mark.
Probably.
Now that's cool.
Yeah, that's the Ambassador past Tauntaun. So that's you could bricklink all the parts, which is what was done here, to then have that one, but there's the sealed ones in the back.
And I thought they smelled bad from the outside.
That's right. It's got all the lines. Just another Toy Fair announcement piece for Lego Star Wars. Just another cool white Boba Fett item, and then underneath that little piece of paper, there's a a Toy Fair booklet and a sticker booklet as well. Yeah. Same sticker booklet, actually, that's in this.
Whoa, look at those figure builds.
Oh, yeah, that's by One Case. So that's another, like, rebrickable build. But One Case, he's on Instagram.
Huh.
He makes really, really cool.
I like those with that minifig helmet, but brick built body.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that signed by the designer?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I actually just got that from Andy's brick store, or Andy's Lego brick store here. It's local. Have you been there? Probably been there.
I never thought I'd see one of these in person.
Yeah, the clone building event from Walmart. So I don't have the clones. I should get them, but it was just full of clones. And if you've never seen one in person, then I gotta just show you this little detail that you may not be aware of on there. So actually, if you pull out, so it's just a cardboard box, but the top is a little clone trooper helmet.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this world, it's not just a cardboard box. It's like SpongeBob with his Pioneer rock.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
The Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Yeah, and I'll show you. I have unsigned certificates for winning the event too, and like the original instructions on how to set the event up.
Thank goodness that Walmart employee was lazy that day and didn't write anything on them.
That's right.
Wow, so that went with the box over there.
Yeah, the clone trooper box.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think this has like a crossword puzzle. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it right now. Get your pen. Permanent ink.
Wow. Hey, I found Skywalker.
That was quick. He's fast.
The Force is strong.
Well, needless to say, that was one of the most fun LEGO experiences ever. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for over an hour and watching the video, but most importantly, thank you to Samuel for not only opening up your collection to me to come see, but also letting me bring the cameras and be able to show everybody that's watched the video to this point. That was so special, something unforgettable for me to experience, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video too. Let me know in the comments what the one piece you would love to have from this collection would be if you could have something in your collection, and be sure to follow Samuel on YouTube, Instagram, all the places. I've got them linked down below. Have a good one out there, and thanks for hanging out.